94.3 WYBC, the rhythm of the city. Hanging out with me, Wanda Coppage. I have a special guest here with me today to give us some very important information. Connecticut State Treasurer Erick Russell, also trustee with CHET. He's going to talk to us about CHET and their 529 college savings program. You know, today is May 29th, 529, and it's their 529 day. He's going to tell us all about the program and so much more. So, Treasurer Russell, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Wanda. It's great to be with you. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's jump in. Before we get to the 529, tell us about CHET.
Sure. So CHET is our 529 college savings program. It's called the Connecticut Higher Education Trust. And what it is about getting families to think earlier and be able to save for future education of their children. And so with the CHET program, families can pay into a CHET account. They can open a CHET account, and you get to put money in on a tax advantage basis that will help you ultimately pay for any type of future educational expenses. That could be for college, but it could also be for trade schools or vocational programs. And when you put money in, those funds are invested. And then when you ultimately use them for an educational purpose, you get to get the tax benefit of both the contributions you put in, but also all of the investment earnings that you got while you over the time of those accounts.
And so what type of tax benefits? What are we talking?
Sure. So first, the contributions that you put in, you get both a federal and Connecticut tax benefit on. So in Connecticut, the contributions, you get to deduct up to $5,000 for individual filers, but up to $10,000 for joint filers for those contributions. And that's on an annual basis. And then all of the investment earnings that you get as those funds are invested over time, you get both federal and tax benefits for, as long as they're used for qualified educational expenses. So that means, you know, when a child is then 18 and you're using those funds to pay for school or books or a laptop, you don't pay the taxes on all of the earnings that you got throughout the life of your account.
Okay. How soon would you advise? How early can we start doing this?
No, great question. And this is one I get often. I think the key message here is that the earlier you start, the better. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, if you're contributing consistently, if you're putting, $50, whatever you can into your account on a regular basis, you're going to get the investment earnings of that over a long period of time. So that's going to compound, and that's ultimately going to benefit you, as well as getting all of the tax benefits for that. The other thing is that we have a couple of key programs within the broader CHET umbrella, right? So if you open an account within the first year of having a child or within the first year of adopting a child, we automatically contribute $100 to that account when you open it. So it's just meant to help kind of jumpstart those accounts. So again, starting early there is a benefit. And then we also have a program called CHET Dream Big,
okay,
which is a scholarship program that we run every year. It's for students from kindergarten through 12th grade. And students can enter into this competition by submitting an essay or a drawing or a video responding to different prompts. And we give out about $350,000 in scholarships every year towards individuals' CHET accounts. So again, starting early allows you to kind of participate in programs like this throughout the life of your CHET account as well.
Wow. Did you see my eyes just open up? $350,000. That's no small sum right there. And college is expensive. You did mention something. If you put $50 here, $50 there, there is no minimum of what you need to start this CHET account. Is there?
That's exactly right. You could start this with any amount of money. And again, you start that within the first year and you would automatically have this $100 contributed. I think big picture, what this is about is just being consistent, right? It's about planning ahead and trying to do what you can to prepare yourself for the future. I think about my own story and navigating the expenses and cost of education. My parents didn't, I didn't have a CHET account. My parents didn't have a lot of resources necessarily to put aside in advance. And so I think the key is making sure people know about these opportunities, but then also trying to be really consistent about planning ahead, I think is huge.
Yeah. And like you said, the earlier that you start, you don't have to worry about all of the expenses when the time comes, and you can kind of do it at your will while it's comfortable for you.
Exactly. And the other piece here is that the investment earnings is a big piece of this, right? knowing that you can put in whatever amount of money and that money is going to be growing for you without you having to do anything, right? And so I'm really proud of a lot of the work that we've done as a team to improve the overall program. The CHET program is ranked silver by an entity called Morningstar, which is one of the highest rankings you can get for a CHET 529 program. And then just recently, we were named by Forbes as the 2026 529 of the year. So they ranked us as kind of the top 529 program. I say that because one, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the team that we have that's working on this on behalf of people trying to really save and get ahead. But I think the other piece is understanding that your money is in good hands when you put it in a program like this, right? And that it's going to ultimately be invested for you and your child's benefit, and be growing for you without you having to do anything.
Now, if you have multiple children, do you set up multiple accounts, or can you do all in one? What do you do with that?
Yep, you would set up multiple accounts. And one of the cool features of the program that I often tell people about as well. So as a parent, you can open this account, but what you can also do is provide links to that. So you could have other people that are also contributing to these 529 accounts. It could be, a grandparent. It could be, for a first birthday, rather than buying a bunch of toys that I think about my nieces and nephews and them having more toys than they know what to deal with. I'd rather be able to say, I'm going to put some money aside for this future, right, expense for you, and know that it's going to ultimately make a lot more money over time just by me putting it in.
That's a great point. So you don't have to be the parent. You can open up a CHET 529 account for your godchild or your niece, your nephew, your grandparent. Your grandchildren.
Other adults and guardians can, but my point is, even if the parent is the one who opens that account, other people can still contribute to it, to the same account. So because the account is held by the child, grandparents, godparents, aunts and uncles, you can contribute to that individual's CHET account without having to open a separate one.
So you've given us all the benefits of the program. How do we start? Where do we start?
Yeah, so you can visit aboutchet.com to get more information about the program. You can visit the website for the state treasurer, and we have all of the kind of information, brochures, details, but you can go right online and sign up there. We work with a partner named Fidelity, who really manages a lot of our accounts that our investment team works very tightly with in terms of monitoring the accounts, making sure that we're have the right investment strategy. But all of our information about that is on the website. And there's different ways that you can invest. There's different options, right? There's things where some people, if you're starting early, you may want to invest more aggressively up front and then be a little bit more conservative as a child is getting closer to college. There are different types of portfolios that you can customize. There are a bunch of different options, and all of that will be laid out on our CHET website.
I love this. Connecticut State Treasurer Erick Russell, he's trustee with CHET. It is 529 day. We have to, if you start early, you get the best benefit from this program, but you can start at any time. You can do it at your leisure, however it is comfortable for you, but it's going to ultimately benefit your children. The children are the future. You know what Whitney said.
That's very true. And I'll just say briefly, Wanda, we'll actually be at the Hartford Yard Goats game tonight for 529 day. I'll be throwing out the first pitch. We'll have a bunch of people from the team there. We'll have Fidelity there, and we'll be getting the word out about CHET accounts. So if anyone's around, please feel free to stop by and get some information from us as well.
I love that. I love that. Thank you again for your time. Listeners, you know what to do from here. You have all the information. And if you missed anything, feel free to give us a call. And also, one more time, Treasurer Russell, if you could give us the website before we wrap.
Sure. It's aboutchet.com. Please check us out and feel free to reach out to our office if there are any questions as well.
All right. It's the Midday Workforce 94.3 WYBC. I am Wanda Coppage. More music is coming up.